In case you couldn't tell by the face that's on your screen, it's Mills here. I just recently went to the Capitol Pride Parade and Festival this past weekend, and it was actually incredible. Me being here in DC, it just seemed like the perfect opportunity to finally get to go. And I had a coworker that actually lives in an apartment that's right beside where the parade was going to be on Saturday. So we came down here on Saturday. It was between like U Street and 14th, I believe, but don't quote me on that because I'm not, a DCer. Apparently it's a really big thing to go to brunch down here on the weekends. Everyone in DC does it. All the restaurants do it. So we went to this one restaurant called Mazza 14. Guy goes, okay, they're tapas, right? They're small plates. So we're like, yeah, no problem. Obviously, that's what it says on the menu. And the guy comes out with the tacos that we ordered, and I'm not kidding you. This taco was smaller than my palm. The taco was literally smaller than my palm, and there was 2 of them for $9, and they were still not the equivalent of one whole taco. Ended up, we both spent $30 on brunch, and we're still starving. I mean, at least the thing is, if you want to come down here and go to brunch in DC, you're not going to get fat because you can't afford to eat that well. We went to brunch, and then afterwards we walk around a little bit because this was right before the parade happened, and there's music going on, and people were out there at like a little farmer's market, and they were selling items, lots of artists out there. But whenever the parade started, it was so fun. I've never seen a group of people just so excited to be there. People would just scream and holler and cheer and try to be the one who caught the most necklaces, which I caught like 10, but I'm not saying that I won or anything. Actually, it got rerouted because there were protesters from No Justice, No Pride, which they believe that the Pride Parade is too closely related to corporations, and it's not really, doesn't really stand for what it originally did anymore, and it marginalizes minority groups. I was just so happy to be there, and everybody, there were drag queens, dancers, just going out there strutting their stuff. It didn't matter who you were, what you were, who you loved, what you dressed like, what you looked like. It didn't matter. No one cared. They were just all happy to be there and enjoy the parade together. Sunday, I ended up going to the Pride Festival, and they had some concerts going on, but just wait. They didn't just have regular concerts, whatever. They had the Miley Cyrus. All my friends back home and my family, they know that as soon as Hannah Montana came out on Disney Channel, I was a girl that I'd already bought her Hannah Montana wig. I'm literally obsessed with this girl. I called up one of my friends, Luke, who also does SGTV with me. He used to be the old station manager before me. We met up, watched a drag queen show, and Tanashi can work it, okay? And then Miley Cyrus came on, and it was incredible. Me and Luke watched the performance, and I was literally dying inside because I love her so much. I think a lot of people would look down on me for saying she's my role model because she's been crazy and gone through phases, but I don't really mind that. I think she's a role model because she's just herself. She doesn't care what you think about her. And she represents loving yourself for who you are and not changing and not giving a living crap what other people think about you. And I love that because I always try to encompass that in my own life. Oh, for some of you guys that don't live in DC, one thing that you probably didn't know was that during James Comey's hearing last week, a lot of the DC bars in the area opened at 9:30 a.m. and started serving kofefe cocktails. People took off work here in DC to go to the bars and drink during the Comey hearing. That's like such a college thing to do, but professionals in DC were doing it. Let me just tell you that if you thought South Carolina was hot, I want you to never ever have that thought again. Because it was 95 degrees today in DC, and I was walking around the city for an hour, and when I tell you that I looked like I had just taken a shower, I'm not kidding. It was so hot. And I know it's hot other places, but feels like there's absolutely no breeze here, and you can't get away from this heat. Because I think that by now, how much I've sweated in this heat, and by how much I've walked, how many miles I've walked, I should be 100 pounds. But, you know, that's just not the case. More adventures to come. My mom's coming this weekend, so I'll be sure to let you guys know how that goes and how she thinks of the city. I'm sure she will get tired of walking after 0.5 millimeters. I'm also going to Alaska in a week and a half, and you know that those videos are going to be amazing. Please let me know your feedback because I'm really curious to find out.